Go. Okay, so this is very interesting. Now, a Netflix documentary touches UAE camel cloning. So, what's more, if not just as expensive as fancy sports cars, one-digit number plates, designer outfits in the UAE, it is camels. Camels, who saw that coming? Now, camel racing and beauty contests in Dubai and Abu Dhabi are million-dollar affairs. These pageants and races see everything from reputation to investments on the line, all to crown the true beauty queens of the dunes. And teasing a little on this topic was a recent Netflix documentary called King of Clones.
It's a 90-minute film. It was released on June 23, and it delves into the thrilling world of scientific research, scandal, and the prominent camel cloning industry in the UAE. King of Clones is based on the rise and fall of South Korean medical researcher Hwang Woo-suk, with snippets of Mabrouk's astonishing story, the renowned UAE camel whose legacy was revived through the power of cloning, which is just wild.
Yeah, so Mabrouk is what is Mabrouk? Mabrouk is a dark-skinned, robust camel and was the ruling family of the UAE's most prized camel. And the documentary was purchased for a staggering $5 million, with neighboring Middle Eastern countries reportedly willing to pay up to $20 million for his ownership. But sadly, Mabrouk's demise left a void. But hope remained, as some of his organs were carefully preserved for future cloning possibilities.
So with Hwang Woo-suk's remarkable track record in cloning and stem cell research, the UAE government sought his expertise to revive the legacy of Mabrouk. Now, 11 years later, after Mabrouk's passing, the world witnessed the birth of not just one, but 11 clones of the regal camel. The triumph of this scientific endeavor added yet another feather to Woo-suk's illustrious cap, and 11 new camels to our illustrious camel legacy here in the UAE.
It is so interesting, this whole topic of cloning and stem cell research. And also in this documentary, like Hwang Woo-suk's journey wasn't like, it didn't end the best, because he fell into a lot of malpractices. But this in specific, like camel cloning has been done in the UAE for years and years, and they've been doing a lot of research into this. Can you believe like how complicated science is? And we just, read about it. But for them, it's like to actually undergo these processes and try to understand and change and adapt and learn and hypothesis and theories.
I'm sure if we gave them an Instagram thread, they would just be scratching their heads for weeks. I am sure of it.
But can they make a reel?
Can they make a reel? There you go. You answered the question.
No, I'm sure they can. But it's really like... it's amazing the amount of just research and work that goes into these kind of concepts like cloning, and it's not just cloning, right? Like animal cloning, it goes into regenerative medicines and practice regenerative, not just medicines, but like therapies for all these kind of diseases that people have and disabilities. So this whole topic is actually so interesting.
It is, and I'm sure they go deeper into it on the Netflix show, which dropped this week, and you saw it on June 23, is that right?
Yeah, I saw it last week, but I think the UAE is also adopting a lot of these practices. Like this scientist, like who made a name for himself in the cloning industry, like the UAE, they jumped on this, like as soon as they heard his name, like in the making international headlines. So like, we need this scientist on board. And now he works with a lot of UAE companies, like pharmaceutical companies, but also he was like, like with this specific story of like camel cloning. Like, it's so just, like on the ball. I'm
so shook to see it. Like, I love camels, but I think the whole thing of cloning is just so... it's so beyond my my humble brain. So I think I'd like to see it to get more information about it.
But a lot of people have the question about like the ethics, of like camel cloning. And
is that addressed on the Netflix show?
No, it's not actually. It's not. It's addressed with like human cloning, but they don't address with animal cloning in specific, because it's like to do with eggs, human eggs, and nucleus, and all of the DNA is being extracted. So it's like a whole bunch of like, when you go into testing. Yeah. Donors, all of that.
Well, there you go. Cloning. The Netflix show is called King of Clones, and it's live now. If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts.